はい、皆さん、こんにちは。Vince です。Hello everyone, this is Vince. 本日ね、本日ですね、今日、本日ですね、今日、また文法に関する話題についてお話ししていきたいと思います。For today 皆さん I would like to discuss another grammar related topic. 正確に言うとこちらに表示した話題です。To be specifically I want to discuss this topic indicated right here. では皆さんもしよろしければチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。高評価とチャンネル登録に応援してくれてありがとうございます。I thank you for always supporting my channel and please I hope that you will have good thoughts and impressions on my videos and lectures. それでは皆さん早速始めていきましょう。Very well then everyone, let's begin. 始めていきます。Our topic for today is again another grammar related topic, and it is about expressing contradiction through the some particles like ga, kedo, keredo, keredomo. This is what is the purpose of this? This is being used to express contradiction. Let's say you want to say I would like to buy that smartphone but it is so expensive. スマホが買いたいんですがでもね値段が高すぎる。Or let's say that smartphone has a very low price but I doubt its battery. Say, how would you say that in Japanese? That phone is very low in price but I doubt the performance of its battery. スマホが安きですがでもバッテリー性が多分下手くそだ。So let's express those contradictions. Let's say I have a classmate that is very intelligent. That classmate of mine is very intelligent, but he's not friendly or she is not friendly with his or her classmates. So that's kind of contradictions. You have somewhat a positive mini sentence and then you connect another contradicting sentence. So that's contradiction. So let's start, minasan. So let's first start with this vocabulary. So again, let's expand our vocabulary. This is again a gairego or a Japanese an originally non-Japanese word adapted into Japan to add to their vocabulary. Just like this, minasan, depato. This is actually a department store. Departamento store. And Japanese people tend to abbreviate words, just like tempura donburi, making it tendon, or chicken katsu donburi, katsudon. So just like here, this is a departamento store, then abbreviated to depato. Depato means department store. Iku, it's an intransitive verb meaning to go. Nani means what. Zenzen, a type of adverb. Zenzen, not at all, and usually used in sentences with a negative nuance. And then hoshi, say you desire for something or someone, or usually something, desiring for something. Hoshi, say I desire for a new smartphone. 新しいスマホが欲しい tomodachi, friend. Kiku. Well, we will discuss about this kiku. We will differentiate the two types of kiku. Kiku. We will differentiate this. Shiru, meaning to be informed or to know, to have yourself informed so that you will know. Kyo means today, and this hima, or free time, or if you see yourself not busy, if you have free time, hima, or let's say I have don't time for that, so sonna koto ni hima wa nai, ashita, tomorrow, isugashi, busy. Kare, we have two meanings for kare, either the pronoun he or boyfriend. But to be safe, you could prefer boyfriend as itoshiki hito or koibito. Mada, yet. Ski means likable, desirable, and na adjective. E, and we've discussed this e. And then mono, object, mono. Taksan, a kind of adverb. Taksan meaning a lot or many. A lot or many. Taksan. It's an adverb, a modifier at that. Aru, a verb of existence, usually for those things that has no anima or non-living things, like ideas, chair, or topic, or say computer or device. But the counterpart for things with anima or living things is not aru. You will use iru. Miru, transitive verb, means to see. Omoshiroi means interesting, and it's an I adjective. Well then, let's go to this discussion proper. Use remember minasan, we've just discussed grammar related topic about kara and node. Kara or dakara, node, nanode. And in the same manner, I would like to mean that in the same manner, we also have pattern for this ga and kedo. It's like, remember we are on our compound sentence, we are on our long saga of compound sentence. So we would like to connect usually two mini sentences, connecting it into just one compound sentence, just like the kara and the do. You have two mini sentences, then you will splice or combine that into just one compound sentence. So similarly, that's the concept behind ga and kedo. The difference is that in ga and kedo, we have contradictions. Okay, just like kara, the declarative da is required for non-conjugated nouns and non-conjugated na adjectives type of nouns. Okay, so and just like the kara, dakara, node, nanode, we can also omit a certain part. Usually the prior or the prior mini sentence part, either part of the contradiction can be omitted, can be left out if it is already clear in the context. So minasan, I would like to show, because in the previous lesson we have a pattern, say dakara blah blah blah. So you can see the connector in the first position of the sentence, like dakara blah 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 or nanode blah blah blah. Similarly, in this topic today about ga and kedo, we can also place the ga and kedo at the first position or first point of the sentence. Let's say ga blah 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 or kedo blah blah blah. I will show you minasan an example. Just like here, let's say two persons are talking and they are talking about buying a new smartphone, and let's say person B is trying to persuade person A to buy the smartphone, but person A feels that according to his research or her research, he or she feels that the smartphone being recommended by person B has a non-impressive or not satisfactory resilience of battery. So battery resilience is dan ryokusei. So person A would probably, so they are talking about person B is trying to persuade person A to buy the smartphone. So person A will probably reason out to person B that ga, so take note the interval of ga, and there's a prolonged interval of ga battery dan ryokusei ni hetaksoda. So ga could be ga, so there must be a relatively long pronunciation for ga. Battery dan ryokusei ni hetaksoda. Ga battery dan ryokusei ni hetaksoda. So person A will justify to person B, that is one persuading him or her to buy the smartphone. But here is person A's justification. But, meaning with a nuance of however. But when it comes to battery resilience, it is not good. Ga battery dan ryokusei ni hetaksoda. Hetakso meaning not good at something. Okay, so this is an example of ga not put at the middle of the sentence but put in the first part of the sentence. So how about the kedo being put in the first part of the sentence? Let's say the store manager or konbini, let's say a 7-Eleven manager talks about the team leader of the convenience store that he wants to impose a shortened business time for the operation, and increase the time for daily inventory, and then the one talking here, the Tencho is store manager, Tencho. So the team leader will justify to the store manager, talking to him in this manner: kedo na Tencho, so suru to furi na handan kamoshirenai. So the team leader will somehow reason out to the store manager, giving his or her humble opinion: kedo na Tencho, so suru to furi na handan kamoshirenai. So it's here. Kedo na Tencho, so suru to furi na handan kamoshirenai. Usually, if you want to put kedo in the first part of your sentence, usually, oftentimes, I would say about 90 to 95% of the time, kedo is immediately followed by na. Say, kedo na Tencho. You're addressing to your conversant. Kedo na Tencho. You follow the kedo with na. Kedo na Tencho. So suru to furi na handan kamoshirenai. The team leader of the convenience store or konbini justifies, but store manager Tencho, if we do that, such may result to a disadvantageous situation for us. Disadvantageous is furina. Handan is arriving to a resolution or resolve. Handan. So it may result. So kamoshirenai is being put to exude an air that you're expressing to your conversant that you're presenting possibilities. Okay, so let's see the some examples here. Okay, example number 1. それでは皆さん、例文を表示いたします。デパートに See here, デパート is department store. デパートに 行きましたが、デパートに行きましたが、何も欲しくなかったです。何も欲しくなかったです。I went to a department store but there was nothing I wanted. デパートに行きましたが、何も欲しくなかったです。Okay, so went to the department store and you see the contradiction, left side and the right hand side. So normally if you went to department store and you will have probably impulse buying, you want to buy, but there's a contradiction at the end of the story. The person that went to department store found nothing that is of his or her interest. 何も欲しくなかった。Example number 2. 友達に聞いたけど知らなかった。友達に聞いたけど知らなかった。Okay, I asked or heard from a friend, but he or she didn't know. Okay, later we will clarify this. Kita is past tense of kiku. Okay, 今日は暇だけど明日は忙しい。I'm free for today, but tomorrow I will be busy. 今日は暇だけど明日は忙しい。Or here another contradiction connector placed at the first part of the sentence. だけど, so there's a relatively prolonged intonation at the last part. だけど彼がまだ好きなの。This sentence number 4 is probably a girl speaking or telling about trying to justify that she still loves the guy. だけど彼がまだ好きなの。That may be so, but it is that I still like him. So remember minasan, here this is a nominalized particle no. We have lessons about nominalized particle no. So nominalized particle no can appear as a sentence ender, just like here. だけど彼がまだ好きなの. Usually this is a feminine tone. That may be so, but it is that I still like him in explanatory tone. Okay. Now minasan, I will differentiate to you this okay. Sorry. Now I will differentiate to you the two types of kiku. Okay. In example number 2 mentioned, we have seen the past tense of kiku, which is kita. Tomodachi ni kita kedo. So past tense of kiku, kita. But there are two types of kiku. Here are the two types of kiku. So don't get confused. Minasan. Here are the two types of kiku. I will show you. Okay, let's differentiate the two types of kiku. This one is kiku. This is kiku. This is kiku. So what's the difference? Okay, they are both godan. Both are transitive verb. Both are godan. So take note of the parentheses here, minasan. Take note of the parentheses because in Japan, specific usages matters. Specific usages matter. So this parenthesis here explains to you the specific usages or specific situation. So when you use this type of kiku, meaning to listen, let's say music, kiku, and this kiku, also this type of kiku, the much harder kanji, this kiku is used in legal and official context. Let's say to ask, to inquire, to place a query, or otherwise. This simpler kanji kiku means to hear about something. You go to a person, you find a conversant, to hear about something, to hear of or to learn of. You have learned that some information from someone, or to follow advice, So you see minasan, in this second type of kiku, the more difficult kanji, it is used in this type of usage, type of situation when you want to listen to music, or music of a video file. You use this kiku. And this kiku here, the more difficult kanji, is also used in legal and official context, meaning to ask, to inquire, to query. For other situation, you use this simpler form of kiku. Okay, so the simpler form of kiku can also be to hear, let's say, you for a plea, or to grant, or to accept an argument, or to give consideration, let's say, to an explanation, or to give consideration, let's say, to a proposal. Okay, so that's the difference between the kiku. So yes, there's a simple pattern or formula here. So what's the difference between the ga and kedo? The difference between ga and kedo. The ga here is usually being suffixed. The ga here is usually being suffixed. The ga is usually being suffixed after a verb in mass form, or after the copula des. Sentence ender, mini sentence ender des. And the kedo is the one being suffixed for what situation? If you have this being suffixed for verb with in its plain form, or dictionary form, or regular form, or in simple contracted past tense form, just like in example number 2 here, tomodachi ni kita kedo. This is kita is a past tense, contracted or simple contracted past tense, not the mass form past tense, because it's mashita. So kikimashita is the non-contracted or long form mashita past tense of kiku. Kita is the contracted past tense of kiku. So kedo, you see here, kedo is being suffixed after not only after the dictionary form or plain form, but also after the contracted past tense ta, kita kedo, or taberu kedo, or kiku kedo, or kaku kedo. So you see the difference in patterns or usage. A more formal version of kedo is actually minasan here, keredomo. You may hear this in many news articles or news shows, Japanese news shows. The reporter will say keredomo instead of kedo, because the keredomo is the very polite form of kedo. And but between kedo and ga, the more polite is ga. Ga is more polite than kedo. But between the ga and keredomo, I think the more polite is keredomo. So unlike the English language word, the contradictions such as but or however, kedo and ga do not always express contradiction. There are times, minasan, take note of this. There are times, minasan, that ga and kedo acts as a connector of two mini sentences that are not actually outright contradiction of each other. So there are the ga and kedo in some situation only acts as a sentence connector of two mini sentences, in which one of the two mini sentences is like a new topic. It is used as a general connector for two separate sentences. For example, in these following sentences, minasan, there is no actual outright contradiction, but instead you can see the ga and kedo being put in the middle of the sentence. So the second sentence, as you can see, will just introduce a new topic, but it's not actually an outright contradiction. What do I mean? Let's see at these examples, minasan. Many people learn by examples. デパートに行きましたが、いいものがたくさんありました。So you see, it's almost like these two mini sentences are not actually in total contradiction, but they are somewhat related to each other. デパートに行きましたが、いいものがたくさんありました。I went to the department store and there was a lot of good stuff. Example number 2. The movie Matrix or Matrix を見たけど面白かった。So you see, there's no an outright contradiction, but rather the kedo is just acting as a connector. Okay? But don't worry, minasan. Ga and kedo oftentimes act as connector for generally outright contradiction of two mini sentences. But I just want to introduce minasan that there are times that the ga and kedo being put at the middle only acts as a general connector. Just like here, Matrix wo mita kedo omoshiro katta. I watched Matrix and it was interesting. Okay, minasan. This is the last leg, minasan. Before we finally end, I want to show you this some omake. What is an omake? An extra knowledge or extra part. So just like here, デパートに行けましたが何も欲しくなかっただ。デパートに行きましたが何も欲しかっただ。Let's say you went to a department store and of course you have money. デパートに行きましたが何も欲しくなかっただ。It's like here. And let's say you went to a... Have you heard of this, minasan? This is in, I think in Aomi town in Tokyo. In Koto district of Tokyo, the Doraemon futuristic department store or Doraemon Mirai Depato. For those who think that the Doraemon Mirai Depato or Doraemon futuristic department store is just a fiction. No, it's not a fiction. It's actually true. When you go to Koto district, I think it's Aomi town in Koto district of Tokyo, you can look. This is the facade of the Doraemon future department store. You can see that, and it's already and it's active. You can go to that. Okay, it's here. And for those who want to know where is that, you can search in Google Map Doraemon Mirai Depato. The coordinates are here. You can screenshot that or simply scan this QR code. This QR code will lead you to a Google Map, to a URL of Google Map showing you the exact location of Doraemon Mirai Depato. Okay, so minasan. Okay, so that's the end of our lecture for today. 今日はここまでです。For our next topic, 次回ですね。次回次の文法に関する話題はこちらに表示した話題です。So our next topic in our next grammar related lesson will be here. Expressing, and this next topic here is already lesson number 68. This is expressing multiple reasons or justifications using the she. But in any case, we have reached the last part of our lesson, and I thank you minasan for always supporting my channel. YouTube チャンネルに応援してくれて、いつも応援してくれて誠にありがとうございます。I thank you for always supporting my channel. 高評価といいボタンを押してチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。And I thank you also minasan for giving good impressions to my content. And I thank you for watching until the end. 最後までご覧いただき誠にありがとうございます。I thank you for watching until the end 皆さん。And、他の動画が高評価と、もしよろしければ高評価とシェアボタンを押してチャンネル登録ぜひぜひよろしくお願いします。And、please I would like to if you have time please explore my other videos, my other lessons. では皆さん this is the end of our lessons. では皆さんレッスンが終了。今日はここまでです。I'll see you in the next lesson 皆さん。では皆さんまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイバイで皆さん切るぜ。またね皆さんありがとう。バイバイ皆さんありがとう。バイバイ。